Back, week 10, absolutely nuts. Another crazy one. Just like last week, it started crazy this week with the Dolphins somehow beating the Ravens, and it ended nuts with the 49ers manhandling the Rams last night.
What was that last night? Come
I don't
on.
know. And everything in between was just like, what is happening in football? So very clearly this year, I think there's one thing that we can really take away so far is that nobody wants to win a division. I think we
No.
can. I think we can very clearly at this point say nobody actually wants to win a division. Everybody just wants a wild card spot. Is what I can kind of ascertain so far, because it's the only thing that's justifiable for what's going on. Is everybody wants a wild card, or maybe a high draft pick, because nobody wants to win a division.
Yeah, I mean that 17th game threw everything off. All the plans have changed.
Right now it's like, oh, we got one extra, so we can just take it easy.
Right.
For most of the
we're
season.
pacing ourselves. We're pacing
Right.
ourselves.
It's crazy. So yeah, in between. So hopefully, guys, if you're watching and you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Jump on with us every time. Chat live. Get your thoughts in on the games as we're going, please. And like the episode so more people get to see us. So, yeah, and if you are jumping off your first time, let us know who your team is, so that way we can get to know you guys a little bit more and kind of chat back and forth. So, and hopefully John will be on. He's trying to make his way home as we speak, so we'll try to hold off on some Patriot stuff as long as possible. See if he makes it. If not, then we don't have to talk about the Patriots at all, which is great.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if he's still mad about getting Mac instead of Justin. What do you think?
I would like
You
to
think
know.
he's still mad about that?
I would like to know. I can't imagine he's too terribly upset at this point,
God.
but
You should play that clip of him during the draft. Oh, it's priceless.
like just the crushing blow.
Priceless.
Yeah. It always works out.
Yeah, it does.
Shaney, he works too much. Is his problem?
Call him. Why don't you
Yeah.
take his place? Send Shaney the link.
Yeah,
he
Shaney,
can
you
he
wanna
can
jump
sit in
on it?
tonight.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on his way home, but we'll see if he actually makes it or not. I don't know, but so let's just let's pick a couple games apart as we're waiting. Definitely have to start with probably I'd say one of the craziest, Lions Steelers.
Hey,
Right? We were
Lions,
just
Steelers, right?
briefly talking about this, and
Yep.
apparently a lot of America, including a lot of NFL players, still don't know that a game can end in a tie, which is
Right. Is
weird.
that something new?
Apparently, since the merger in the 70s, I guess, is something new. So yeah, we were just talking about that. Najee Harris and somebody on the Lions. Was it DeAndre Swift? I think there's two players that in that game that I didn't know a game could end in a tie. Like, what do you? How do you not know that? I mean, I could understand like, oh, I didn't know I have to have a certain shoe color or something weird like that, but
No,
a
not
game
that.
ending
That's
in a tie?
regular rule. It's funny because I took the Lions. John switched over to the Lions. I wasn't televised here, but as I was watching, not the Red Zone, but another NFL channel here, I kept seeing them. They looked like they were at the 20 or the 30, and I'm like, okay, it's overtime. Kick the field goal, game's over. And then I see the game ended in overtime. I'm like, what the hell happened? They just don't know how to win a game. That's what it is. That's why they're still 0 for the season. But
Well,
yeah, I mean,
they're no longer.
they didn't lose.
They can't go winless this year. So
right.
I guess they
They-
can go winless, but they can't go.
tied.
Yeah, they do have that tie, so they
That's
can't
right.
lose them
They
all.
can't go 0-17. That's what
Yep.
you're
So
trying to say.
congratulations, Lions! You got that
You're
first.
getting closer to a win.
Got that first half win. So it's a big step in the right direction against the Steelers team that has one of the worst quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks that I could think
Terrible.
of. I mean, just absolutely atrocious. At home, it took everything they could to stay tied with the Lions. That's just incredible.
And I think Rudolph is starting this week too. They're not sure if Ben's playing this week either. So
yeah,
they may
I
go
mean,
with
he went
Rudolph
down with
again.
COVID on Saturday, right? So
Yeah.
that's a tough one. The Ravens, Steelers, tough as nails, and lose by 40 to the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, there's like Shane, like I was saying right before I came on, like it makes no sense. Like this season, nothing about this season makes any sense. Like everybody's just playing for a wild card spot. Nobody wants to actually win a division. It's absolutely insane. And talking about teams blowing things, the Buccaneers to Washington.
Right. That
It
was
wasn't
one of the few games I got wrong this week, and I think
wasn't even
the whole
competitive.
country got it wrong.
Yeah. I can't
was
imagine
that?
what the percentage was, but that was
They
just
played in the tsunami.
bad.
Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't see. So JPP fractured his neck, so he's out indefinitely.
Fractured his neck. Wow.
Yeah, I just read that because I was reading something earlier. It said Giants are playing Tampa without Vita Vea, without JPP, without Antonio Brown, without Gronk, without one other guy. And I thought, oh my God, this is perfect. Perfect time. Send Tampa up. Perfect
Yeah.
timing. We'll take them. We'll take them.
Come and visit
If
right now.
Washington can beat them, I think we got a good shot.
I think you might. Yeah.
5-4-1. There he goes. He's still. Is that above 500 still? No, that's just 500.
He's half a game above 500. Half a game.
There you go. There you go.
That counts as a half game. So, yeah, just terrible. But that game, I mean, Brady seemed overmatched in that game.
Yeah.
I guess
But
it was a redemption game for
interceptions.
Heineke, right? It was a Heineke redemption game from the playoffs.
Right. Heineke's been playing better. They should have won that game last year, but
Yeah.
and I said it on Saturday, on Sunday morning, that Brady seems like he's off. Right, he's been behind. He's been missing his guys. 2 interceptions early. I didn't see the game, so I don't know if they were tipped or what. But I mean, either way, it's 2 interceptions, and he doesn't seem like he's been in sync with Evans or Godwin. So I don't know what's happening. And they were showing how their record with Antonio Brown on the field is so much better than when he's not. I mean, they are well below 500 when he's not, and I think they only have 1 loss when he is on the field. So I don't know how that ties in.
Huh?
I guess so.
I wouldn't.
But
have guessed that
he's going to be out against us, and so yeah, it might be perfect timing that we're playing them. And oh my God, that would be
and
so
Barkley's
upset.
practicing. I saw
Barkley's back. Yep,
So
it looks like
he
he's
should
going to be in the
fully
game.
healthy.
So it's going to be a very interesting week for us.
It's going to be a fun one to watch. But I mean, the Bucs look like they're struggling right now, which is crazy. And then you go out west and explain to me how the Panthers pulled that one off. I mean, I get it. It's Colt McCoy. He's not the best quarterback in the world, but 34-10.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean, no DeAndre, and no Murray, right?
But they didn't have that last week, and they rolled. So I don't know. Saquon.
They're saying he's going to be back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I could not believe that. I mean, PJ Walker and Cam Newton comes in and just dismantle. I mean, that defense is still pretty decent, right?
Yep.
But Arizona should have been able to do something. They didn't get a touchdown till the end of the game. Just garbage. I mean, very disappointing. Like we talked about, teams that don't want to win divisions. You know, they opened the door for the Rams to come in last night and really make up some ground. Right, that would have put the Rams at 8-2 if they would have won, or 8-1, excuse me, and they couldn't do it. So
I mean, San Francisco did not look like a 3-5 team last night.
No,
I mean, they were just dominant. I couldn't believe how they were running right through that line with Von Miller and Donald there. Like there was nothing. I mean, I couldn't believe how easy it was for them to just keep gaining ground.
Yeah,
and
even at the end when they needed a stop.
It was incredible. It was incredible. I mean, you would think that the San Fran are the kings of the West, but man, maybe this will start turning things around for them because they've been playing horrible.
We were talking about them being one of the top teams in the division, and hasn't looked the same. But Jimmy Garoppolo was a definite game manager in that one. I mean, didn't break 200 yards. Just kept it very, very simple and let the running game just take over in that one. Another crazy one, Seahawks getting shut out for the first time in Russell Wilson's career.
They had no chance in that game. Did you watch that game?
I caught bits and pieces of it. I definitely had it. I saw the score after halftime, and I was like, wait a second. Like, because I was watching Red Zone, and it wasn't coming up, obviously. So I did jump over, and I looked. I was like, it must be snowing like crazy there, because we talked about that in the pregame, and it was just flurries the whole time. So I was like, okay.
Towards the end, there was more and some wind, but Seattle played. They had no chance. Wilson was running for his life back there. I mean, he's calling hike and running. Nobody was open. He couldn't do anything. I mean, Green Bay's defense was
suffocating.
Just shut down.
Yeah.
They just shut him down. I mean,
It was.
yeah. I don't think I've seen Green Bay play that well on defense.
Yeah, but their offense
before this week.
against Seattle's atrocious defense, only 17 points for an Aaron Rodgers offense. And that game was just, I was expecting a shootout somewhere, 27-24, 30-27, something of that nature with those offenses, and 17-0. That was,
that's all I needed.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then, I mean, I guess we've got to talk about it, and I know Mark's here, but and Mark, I do have to say, I'm going to have to swallow this pride, and yes, round of applause.
He wins
for
the
Mark.
prize. He's the first guy to do it, I think.
He called the game. He called the Bills-Jets score,
a 45-17.
45-17. He called
Very
it.
good,
I
Mark.
mean, not your typical 21-20 or 17-14, 45-17. I mean, that is quite the prediction, man. So congratulations. I hope you went and bought a lottery ticket Sunday night.
Right. 4517 box it.
Yeah, right. Pick 4517. There's your numbers. But that game was absolutely atrocious. It was a Bills get right game, without a doubt in that one. And
Olivia's on.
I'm very happy.
How are you?
Olivia, what's going on?
Excellent.
You're jumping on to talk about the Patriots, aren't you? Hopefully John gets here really soon.
Yes. Now he's really going to be upset that
he's got to hurry up now. And hopefully Shaney's texting him, telling him to hurry up.
Right,
but hopefully you're doing good and enjoying the show, and letting us know what you think about your Patriots. But that Bills game, I mean, at least the one nice thing about that game is the Mike White drama is over. Like, he looked horrendous in that game.
You think they picked up his cleats from the Hall of Fame yet? Give me those back.
I'm sure somebody accidentally knocked that over and was like, oh, the display broke. Let's just pack it up and put it away. He looked bad. And this is what I've been arguing with people for the last 2 weeks now, is he's a backup quarterback for a reason, right? I mean, nobody knew, nobody had game tape on him. Nobody had known what to expect. Now you've got 5 quarters. There he is. You got 5 quarters to analyze. The Bills did it, and they did exactly what he was striving with taking the short game away. That's what he was just excelling at against Cincy. The short game all day, dink and dunks. Bills took it away, made him throw downfield. 4 interceptions later, it's 45-17. So,
and why not put Flacco in? How many interceptions does the kid have to throw before you put Flacco in?
4, and then they put Flacco in.
Oh, it's after 4? Okay.
Yeah, that was the cutoff. So, it was 4.
1 more and you're out.
4 for Flacco, and then 4, and then Flacco came in. They scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. So, nice touchdown from Elijah Moore, which was good to see. Michael Carter continues to just be a running machine. I mean, you can't tackle the guy on first or second contact. It's really fun to watch those 2 rookies. But let's bring John in real quick. There he is.
Hello. Sorry I'm late.
Thanks for showing up.
So I don't know if you see there. I don't know if you see there in the top of the chat, if you can see
Somebody's
that,
here.
But you've got a special visitor.
Please tell me it's Mahoney.
No,
better than that.
No. I can't.
He's here
I
too,
can't
though.
pop it up. But,
Is it Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
It's not Baker
You can't
Mayfield.
see that on your screen?
No.
It might not be showing, but let me see if I could. There it is.
Maybe that person
There
could
we
type
go.
in again.
Is it
Boom.
Mac Jones?
There you go.
Olivia, what's up, sweetie? How are you?
Found it.
Is it Mac Jones?
Is it Mac Jones?
Yeah, it's Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Hi, Olivia. Hope you guys are doing well. I
was having her hold out for you, so we
Nice.
could.
Awesome.
So you could hold off. But yeah, Mark, that was Breda did look good. I didn't even know he was still in the NFL. So it's a good thing that you've got Singletary and Moss, and Breda's the running back that you guys are utilizing. So that's
Right.
real, real
I didn't
sneaky
realize he
call.
was still in either. It seems like it's been a long time. And I'll tell you, he was fast. That one catch in the corner of the end zone, he broke out around the defender and caught that ball. Yeah. I was like, who's that guy? Who's that kid? Oh,
Right,
it's
wide
Breda.
open. Yeah. Wow, he's still in the league. Been keeping those legs fresh for the last couple of years is what he's been doing. So, but yeah, just an abysmal game overall, Flacco did look good when he came in and he can come in as a backup, but
Flacco,
of
I
course
love
it
it.
was absolute garbage
I
time.
love it.
I did really that Elijah Moore. If you watch the game, that Elijah Moore touchdown at the end was really nice, and the Michael Carter runs. I mean, every run that kid has, he's pushing for more yards, breaking tackles left and right. I mean, it's impressive to watch a guy of his size be able to do that because he's a little guy.
If the Jets can get some more Michael Carters, because the guy on defense is pretty good too, so
Yeah.
just keep finding Michael Carters
Right.
and fill him in every position.
Right. We need to find
Then you'll be okay.
a Michael Carter the third, and a fourth, and maybe we'll get a senior, and just load up the whole team with.
Keep cloning him.
Yeah, I like it, but we'll see. But yeah, Mark definitely. Man, the Bills were definitely. I don't even know if they were pissed because they just walked down the field. It was.
It was too easy.
It was really bad. And they were saying what I was reading about the Jets is it's the worst defensive 4 games points given up since the merger. The Jets have given up the most amount of points in a 4-game stretch since the merger. It's
That's
like
good.
179 points I think they've given up in the last 4 games. Absolutely incredible. So I don't know at what point Robert Saleh is going to take this defense away from the defensive coordinator and start calling the defense himself, because he's got to do something. He can't just.
He just
can't
walks up and down a sideline. What the hell
Right.
did I make this? How did I choose coming here?
He's got
What
to
am I
take the play
doing?
calling away, right?
Yeah,
I
he's got to
mean,
do something.
he's the defensive guy. Take it over. Go sit
pretty
up in the
bad.
box with the offensive coordinator, and I'll do this. You just sit up there. Like it's just bad. Really, really bad.
So what I was looking at was, what was it? Time of possession in this game. Where is it? Actually, the Jets had it longer, because I was curious about that the other
Probably,
day.
'cause they
Like,
scored.
how often is that defense on the field?
Yeah.
And I mean, they were on the field for 27 minutes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, the Jets, how they beat Tennessee and Cincy is beyond me.
I don't know.
I don't know. Teams looking to the next week or something. Maybe, I don't know. It's just, I mean, they're getting the shit kicked out of them. There's no other bet. There's no other way to say it.
Well, Mike, like we were talking about right before you came on, was Mike White. They had no tape on him since he didn't know what his game was. They didn't know how to attack him. They didn't know how he was going to attack. And what he was doing in the Cincy game was short, quick releases, get the ball out, get the ball out, get the ball out.
Yeah.
And the Bills took away the middle of the field. They just dominated the middle of the field.
Did you see what Shanny wrote?
They did.
Jets look great just before opening kickoff. They're all wearing green. They were all the same.
Zach Wilson's hair looked amazing. I don't know if you saw him running around there, but it was done very nicely. It was just enough product to stay nice, but then, it was like I didn't really try, but I did try. He balanced it nice, and then the game started and it was over. So, no, but they got some work to do. I expect Zach Wilson to be back, but we'll see what's going to happen. He should be good, because I saw the pregame stuff where he was running around warming up, and he was moving like there was nothing wrong. So I haven't heard of any setbacks, anything like that. So I expect, like I was talking about, let Mike White go in against the Bills, get the shit kicked out of him. And, well, you did say by 17 second, but you should have said we were going to score 17. So, but yeah, luckily, like, Mike White got in there. He got beat up pretty good by the Bills. Now you got the Dolphins, you got the Texans, the next 2 games, easier defenses to go against, and let them get back into it. Let Zach Wilson get back into it and get rolling, I think will be a good thing. So, John, what you missed, we talked about the Lions, we talked about the Bucks, we talked about the Cardinals, Steelers, Seahawks, Packers. So we were holding off for you. And
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah. I mean, the crowd was getting restless. I am going to
Thank
say,
you.
like, they were getting pretty tired of the
I
opening act.
appreciate that.
They were waiting.
They're like,
were
you're
waiting.
opening with the Lions?
I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. So yeah, Patriots.
Patriots. So first, I would go, and isn't it Randy Bullock as the Titans kicker, not Reggie? But I would go
It is
Tennessee.
Randy.
I would go Tennessee without King Henry. Other people can call him Duke Henry, which is Matt Mahoney, which I hope he's still on, Matt, because Mac Jones whipped Mayfield's ass like no tomorrow on Sunday. Mayfield had to be taken out because of a injury, and Case Keenum had to come in and relieve him. It's not because he was hurt. They even said he would have been fine coming back in. It's because he absolutely sucked. And you want to know why he sucked? Because he sucks. He sucks. All right. So I don't give a shit. Tannehill's don't even dare call him Duke. You know what? You may be banned from this show if you keep calling King Henry Duke. So Patriots. I'll tell you what, the best all-around game from every aspect of the defense, special teams, offense, play calling, penalties. They weren't too bad. He's not a stop at second. You know what? Now I can't take anything you say seriously ever again. He's not even top 15 in the state of Cleveland. There's a bunch of high school kids better than him. So Patriots. So a couple things I seen. Mac Jones, accurate as hell. He's at 69% for the season. He had 4 incompletions. What else? Beautiful. Best pass of the season to Jacoby Myers over the shoulder. And then the second best one I thought was to Hunter Henry in the end zone. And then the third all in one game. His best passes to me all game. Kendrick Bourne between 2 defenders. He put it only where Bourne could get it. And I'll tell you what, Bourne's really starting to play. I'm still waiting for Nelson Aguilar to really start playing a role. They threw deep twice. Nothing
horrible.
really close. Well, the thing was he actually beat the defenders. It's just Mac Jones overthrew him. So you're right.
He probably would have dropped the ball.
I didn't care for the signing. I wish they honestly would have went after Marvin Jones, to be quite honest, as a deep threat, but that's okay. I'm loving our running game, our pass blocking. So we always talk about Belichick taking someone out of the game, right? We knew they didn't have to take Mayfield out because he sucked. We knew partially the running game, but who did they take out of that game was on the defense? Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett got, I think, 1 sack. He blasted him 1 time. Isaiah Wynn had, I think, hands to the face. And then he also had holding, and that was it for the game. So you're going against one of the best pass rushers. Belichick took him out, and I'll tell you what, the play calling was perfect because there's a lot of dump passes. They ran the opposite way. They took him out. Cleveland couldn't get into a flow. And hey, Matt, I love Stevenson. I don't give a shit what school he goes to. I love that pick to begin with. Mac
I think
Jones.
Somebody called the preseason fantasy sleeping running back.
Yeah. I agree, Shady. I win, huge game. Don't talk shit about Matt Jones because your boy Baker, I don't think, has thrown for 200 yards in 2 games now. All right, so I don't even want to hear it. What did he throw for 70 yards? Please take that shit somewhere else against Matt Jones. But now, I'll tell you what, we beat Cleveland. Everyone talks shit about how Patriots can't win a big game. I don't know if it's a big game because, quite honestly, I don't think of the Browns, Mayfield as a top-tier quarterback. But Joe said one thing. He'll call this a statement game if what? They win by more than 10. Well, they won by 30. So I'll tell you what.
They made a statement.
Absolutely love it. They came out and killed them. We're going to Atlanta next. That's 4 in a row. Not to get too far ahead, but man, it's a quick turn, and I'm curious to see how one bad game. He has 6 touchdowns in 9 games. Stop it, Jesus Christ! He has 6 touchdowns all season. Stop. One bad game. He's terrible. So the Pats were favorites. They were favorites by 2, 2.5, 3. They weren't favorites. Vegas just went with the home team second. Come on. Bet on the 6 touch. Okay, 9. What does he have? 9? Piece of shit.
So second's trying to decide if he should take the Browns defense or the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are playing the Jets.
Oh,
the Dolphins are playing the Jets. So I think you know which way to go.
9 touchdowns, Matt. I'll tell you what, 1 per game. That's elite. That's a top 15 quarterback.
What are the Jets going to do? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Second, why don't you and Matt go out for beers, man? Sorry, I'm just having fun. Pat's won. They've won 4 in a row.
You would think that Pat's got blown out the way John's coming out.
No, I'm just coming out against Baker. I love it.
No,
It's
this is
hatred.
good stuff.
But honestly, my favorite game all year. Again, most balanced attack, I think. And our running game is stout, man. Stevenson's a beast. You know, he's out of the doghouse, and with Harris out, you know, he should get a nice big workload. Hopefully, they start splitting a little bit more.
Yeah, I know you're biased. I mean, are you really thinking that the Jets are going to beat Miami? No, right? So then take the Miami defense.
What? No, the Jets will win.
The Jets are going to win. Miami just beat Baltimore.
Yeah, that made
Jets just got.
We talked about that though. That made no sense. I mean, that was a short travel game. It favors Thursday night games favor the home team. So yeah, they're going to be on a high from that game and come crashing down. So
he knows. Look, he thinks the Finns are going to win. Then you take their defense.
Second has no faith.
You shouldn't think.
Oh, he's.
But Zach Wilson's back, and his faith will be restored. Second, stay
Hold
strong.
on a second.
He's going to come right in and light it up. He's not going to be rusty.
Let's see. Has he lit it up yet, Jim?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. The answer to
Zach
that
Wilson
is no.
1,100 yards, 4
Mike White lit it
touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I would play the Finns defense because chances are whoever's in quarterback will throw at least 2 picks.
Mm-hmm. Right. Just go back and look at some footage, and you'll know.
We'll see. We'll see. So,
are we done talking? Through 9 picks since I can't trust.
See?
We'll see. All right. So, yeah, definitely a statement game though for you guys. I mean, that's
absolutely huge game.
That was something I would have liked to see Chubb and Hunt in there and see if the results were the same. But because those two could take over a game by themselves. But Baker looked terrible. I haven't seen Alex, but I'm sure he's thrilled that the Vikings handled the Chargers. That's
why he's not
Chargers,
on, right?
The Chargers are just doomed every year. It's like the Chargers should be good, and they're not. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. But that is what it is. Eagles, Jim, great call on that. That Eagles win, man. They went into
John. You got disconnected when we talked about the Eagles on Sunday.
Did you pick Philly?
I said I'm taking Philly. John, Joe said, "I know you're not going with Philly against Denver." I said, "Yes, I am," and he said, "They're in Denver." I said, "I'm still going Philly."
They didn't care.
Philly
that they
went
were in
there
Denver.
and destroyed Denver.
Again, the Broncos, another team that makes no sense. They go into Dallas and destroy Dallas. They're at home against the Eagles, and they can't do anything.
That's right.
What is that? I don't understand what the hell is going on with football. Nobody wants to win a division. It's like everybody's just and this is a weak draft coming out, so it's not like everybody's like positioning for play. It's the end of the year. The Eagles are going to give up the last game so they can get Devontae Smith. Like, no, it makes no sense. And then and the Chiefs, like, welcome back to earth.
Yeah, right. We said that. We said so. Really, on the show, John, you were in and out a little bit. We actually had Buffalo, Dallas, Tennessee, Colts, New England, Lions, but they tied. Philly, Green Bay, KC. I mean, the only ones we had wrong were Tampa Bay against Washington. We had Arizona wrong, and we had the Minnesota game wrong.
Yep. So that Tampa Bay game, what was the percentage pick for that? Does it show still? Are you looking at
hold on. Yeah,
no, I'm looking at my notes from what we picked.
Oh,
probably 83.
98.12 to 1.88.
Okay, yeah. So it wasn't just us.
No, everybody in the world.
All of America got it.
Let me tell you what I did. I had a 17 parlay. I even took Detroit. I even took Detroit in the points.
Nice.
I took Indy, kind of throwing some very good payout. You know who cost me that parlay?
Heineke.
The 98.12 Tampa Bay favorites.
Heineke.
No.
It was only like $760, you know what I mean, that it cost me. I'm like, out of all the games I'm going to lose.
That's
Like that was your lock.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the gimme.
I even went with the points on Detroit.
Wow.
I didn't even go money line. I went money line, everything else. I went points on Detroit because I
Damn.
figured I'd get the better money, and I would have. But that's why Vegas has more money than I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tampa won, you would have won a 7-team.
Yeah,
Wow. Damn. Thank you, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's haunting you now.
I don't
now,
like him anymore.
Now he's doing what he does to the
sucks.
Jets.
He
Now
sucks.
he's just
I don't
taunting you.
like him. He's a traitor.
You're gonna watch him. You're gonna watch him this week.
Of course I am. I'm
It's the
probably bet on him
Giants.
again.
Monday
I'm probably-
Night Football, baby.
Now is that in New York?
I didn't look, but so I was just telling Joe. So JPP has got a fractured neck. He's out
Yeah.
indefinitely. They were saying
Florida game.
Vita Vea's out.
I didn't think he was out yet. though. I
Antonio
thought he was
Brown,
He's
Antonio
out.
Brown, Gronk, and somebody
Yeah.
else. So they're down a bunch of guys. So it's perfect timing for the Giants. Brady loves playing the Giants, and now he's got a lot of weapons that are going to be on the bench.
Yeah. Let's
Can I
see.
answer a question real quick for the 15 quarterbacks?
Oh my
Better-
God,
better
he
than Baker
asked
Mayfield?
twice. That's his second time asking too. He's still waiting for
Okay,
it.
so
Okay, go
let's
ahead.
go
20 points for the
Dak.
Giants go Monday Night
Dak's
Football. Go
one,
ahead.
right? Dak?
Are you going in order or just
No,
You just
one
name it
quarterback's
15.
better?
I'm just going to name 15 that are better than him.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
Let's see. Let's start in the AFC West. Mahomes, Derek Carr, Herbert, that's 3. Kyler Murray, Jimmy Garoppolo, Russell Wilson, and Matt Stafford. That's 7, right? So we're going 7. Tom Brady, that's 8. Matt Ryan, that's 9. I'm even going to say Ryan Tannehill's better than him, and that's pathetic.
Oh,
That's
that hurts.
10. That one stings a little bit. Carson Wentz, 11. Definitely Lamar. Joe
Mhm.
Burrow, that's 13. Big Ben, he's beat up, man.
Yeah, not Big Ben.
14, Green Bay. Of course, Aaron Rodgers. We're going to say
Yep.
Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, and Mac Jones. That's 17.
Mac Jones made the cut. I didn't hear Daniel Jones.
Sorry, man.
I still wasn't include him.
Actually, time out. You know what? I would take Daniel Jones over Baker Mayfield.
I was gonna say
too.
Cousins.
You're,
Yeah.
you're right. I missed
Oh.
that.
Cousins.
Um,
What about Hurts? Hurts better.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Heineke. No.
I don't know. Matt
Tua?
Jones over Baker.
Tua?
Hold on a second. If we're gonna look at pure numbers, Matt, if you want to say better, right now. Oh, I love this shit.
Get it.
Baker Mayfield, 1,990 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Remember those numbers, please, Matt, because now you're going to hear what a rookie quarterback has against your quarterback. 2,300, and you laugh at his passing attack, 13 touchdowns, which is 4 more, and 7 interceptions, which is 3 more. I'm taking Matt Jones. Sorry.
How about Teddy Bridgewater? You didn't mention him either.
I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is better. Davis
No?
Mills. I'd take Davis Mills.
Oh,
my-
Jesus. Zach Wilson.
Sorry, man.
No.
All right. John's off the show.
Cam Newton.
So Matt Jones has better numbers. How is he not better than Baker Mayfield? Come on, let's hear the bullshit. Let's hear this little 12.
Well, it is a small
It
sample
is at
size.
best in his class. Okay, second. Tell me who has better numbers than Mac Jones. I'll wait. Please wait. Matt Ryan's too old. Come on, man. Come on. You're telling me you would take Baker Mayfield. Oh, Shaney, my bad. I'm not talking about quarterbacks on the IR. Shit, if we're talking that, Winston and Deshaun Watson, too. So there's like 24. You know what? Mayfield can go to the bottom and 20. Yeah, okay. Sorry. You're going to Dan Marino back in 83 when they were throwing for 3,000 yards. Sorry, man. The average is like $4,000 now. That's like saying he's a 1,000-yard rusher in 17 games. Okay, that's like 42 yards a game. Stop it. I don't know about Justin. I love Justin Fields. I just like Justin Fields better anyway. So
I did. So Jim did want to ask you that question before you came on.
what's that?
Right. If you're still upset about not getting Fields? Or are you
So-
happy with your pick now?
So
'Cause we could if you need, we could replay the clip.
Yeah. It
from
looked
the
something
draft.
like this.
No.
look, I'll
Or are you happy with it now?
So it's funny you asked this because we were talking about this in work today, and somebody said Justin Fields sucks, and I had to defend him. I said, "Time out. He's on the Bears, man. That's not an offensive team." Now, now also remember what I said. Whoever went to New England and San Fran had a better chance of succeeding this year.
Mhm.
Fields is in a terrible situation. I think Fields could probably be doing the same thing, as long as he adapted to the offense. But could he adapt to the Patriots style offense? I don't know. Maybe that's why the Patriots didn't go after him. Mac Jones, similar offense, but I'm still going to say I still don't trust Alabama quarterbacks. So far, so good. But we're only 10 games in the season, so I'm not going to go too crazy yet. I like what I see week after week, but Mac Jones seems to be falling into place. He's starting to get a rhythm with all these new guys that they signed in the offseason. I said 10 games at the beginning of the year. I'm going to stick at 10 games that they're going to win. I truly still think that.
And he's playing better than any other quarterback that's come out.
Yes,
by
far.
By far.
By far.
Right? I mean, it's not even close.
Yep.
Yeah.
But on that note, Mark Sanchez looked pretty good his first 2 years too coming out, and then the wheels came off. He had a nice team around him. He didn't have to do much. Went to 2 AFC championships. That team got old, started falling apart, and then when his talent had to shine through, it wasn't there. So if you're worried about Alabama quarterbacks, when it gets put all on his shoulders, what happens? You know what I mean?
Well, yes, and I agree, but the thing is, the Patriots won't do that, okay? Because they're doing the same blueprint they did 22 years ago when Brady started playing.
But how much longer is Bill going to do this for? What is he, 70?
It's working.
As long as it works.
It's working. That's what I mean. I think whoever's going to take over the team will continture to do it, because I think the offensive coordinator will be the head coach. I mean, who knows? And so far, I mean, the first 3 out of 4 draft picks between Mac Jones, Stevenson, and Barmore from Oklahoma. I'm even going to give Barmore I'm going to give OU another big thing.
Alabama.
Barmore came from Oklahoma.
No. Alabama.
Yeah, Christian Barmore. Hold on. Did
Alabama.
he come? Wait a minute. Who am I thinking? The kid from
Ramondre no, Stevenson didn't come from Oklahoma.
No. Barmore and who's the lineman from OU? There's another lineman from OU we drafted. Not Barmore.
I don't know Patriots that well, but I do know Barmore came from Alabama.
Yes. Barmore came from Alabama. God, who's the kid from but anyways, love our draft picks so far. I mean, 3 out of the 4 is playing solid. And finally Bill kind of hit it on the draft. We got 2 young running backs. We got rid of Sony. He had the balls to trade Sony and seen what he had in Stevenson. I mean, so far so good. But again, we're only 10 games into the season, so still 7 more to go. But he's looking better every week. That's what I like. The Patriots as a team look better every week.
Yeah.
And I know people hate that. I know they do. I love it.
This week for you guys, though, since we probably won't get to preview it,
it's a test.
We should talk about it now. This is a short week.
It is.
Very little preparation. You guys are probably starting to pack shit up to go down to Atlanta to get ready for that game Thursday night.
So, yeah.
I'm assuming you'll get there, either tomorrow evening or Thursday morning?
What's today? Probably tomorrow,
Tuesday.
I'm guessing.
So,
Perkins, is that who you're talking about?
Perkins, thank you.
But yeah, so not a lot of game prep, not a lot of practice, short week,
Perkins is
away team, and this is an Atlanta team that they could very easily look past. Even though Bill will tell them don't look past them, it could be one of those games after a couple of blowout wins that you're like, Atlanta's not going to be able to do anything, and then boom, the apple cart gets upset, and then that's
Monday Night Football.
That's craziness, right? So,
well, I mean, I can't see this Patriot team looking past anyone. To be quite honest, we're not. I mean, we're playing good, but we're not that good that we're going to start looking past teams. And especially his kind of first chance at prime time, right? I mean, minus the Tampa game. I mean, the Tampa game was huge, but that was very early in the season.
Yeah.
Now you get a Thursday night game. You're on a four game winning streak.
But this is also the quintessential trap game, because you've got the Titans, Bills, Colts, and Bills coming up the next 4 games after this one.
Huge stretch.
This is the definition of a trap game. Short week away against a team that isn't very good, and you've got 4 powerhouse teams coming up after this. 4 games, 3 teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is what a trap game is, right?
Yeah, I don't think Belichick thinks that way. I think Belichick is going to focus on
Belichick. The players, though.
But I'm saying he may look at that and say, yes, those are 4 tough games. We're going to focus on this one and win this one, and then we'll worry about that.
Yeah.
Where but other people,
but it's the guys on the field that are already thinking, like, we got to get ready for the Titans next week. We'll handle the Falcons. That's easy. We're 45-7, 24-6, 27-24, 54-13. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, is Mac Jones thinking that way? Is that kid thinking that way? I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to impress week after week. So I don't see Atlanta having any chance this week.
And I was going to say what Shaney just kind of put. I think it's going to be a close game on the road. Luckily, we're still in the same time zone, so it's not a big change there.
Yeah.
It's only 3-hour flight down to Atlanta, so again, not too big of a deal.
Right.
Shaney mentioned Harris is practicing, so there's some fresh legs coming on. And quite honestly, I think Mac will be more excited than to play a Thursday night game than he would be to looking forward to Tennessee. You know what I mean? But I mean, Joe,
prime time, sure.
Joe, you could be right. I mean, who knows? But normally Belichick teams aren't looking too forward. So let's hope that stays. And again, a clean game. Just have a clean game and you'll win, just like you did. I didn't think they'd beat. I didn't think they would beat Cleveland that way. I mean, I said it was going to be a close game. I truly thought it was. I thought it was going to be a very low scoring game. And I'll tell you what, when they went down the field, somebody shot me a text and goes, here we go. I go, that's the last points Cleveland's going to score. I don't know why. It's just like they were waiting to see what Cleveland was doing, and they came lights out. I mean, our D is playing so good. Judon from friggin' Baltimore. I love that signing. The guy is a pass rusher from hell. No, they don't, Mark. I still think they're going to split one with Buffalo, and I think they can beat Tennessee. I think they can beat Tennessee with no Derrick Henry. That's just my opinion. Tennessee's very beatable.
That is a home game. So,
Yep,
could be. It could be.
That's going to be the true test. That's going to be the true test. Can you split with Buffalo? Because if Buffalo sweeps you, which they
could,
more than likely, yeah. The key would be, can you get a split out of that series?
I think they
have
can.
to. You have to.
I think they can.
Right.
And what Shaney said for this week, I think run the ball 40 times. That's what they're going to have to do to Buffalo, because they're going to have to keep the ball out of Allen's hands, looking 2-3 weeks ahead.
Yeah. Well, the bad thing though is you go to Buffalo, then you go to Indy, and then you've got to have Buffalo come to you, and that's
day after Christmas, December 26th.
Christmas game. Yep. So, I mean, that is a hell of a 3-game stretch right there. I mean, 2 road trips. And then if the Bills destroy you guys, let's just say hypothetically you go into Buffalo and they just steamroll. Just Josh Allen steamrolls you. Then you got to go to Indy after a beating like that. If you lose to Indy and then Bills come back with all that confidence, all that momentum, does that completely derail the season? I mean, that has the potential to. I'm not saying it will, but
it could. I mean, but
that type of a situation is. Whew. And you know how much football is as much a mental game than it is a physical game. So,
of course it is.
Once you start questioning yourself and what you can do, then all of a sudden that snowball just starts growing and getting bigger and turning into the Jets. So, it's gonna be interesting.
Nobody's that bad, Joe. Nobody's that bad.
Give it time.
No, and I agree. Very crucial 4-game stretch. I think there's potential for a split. Will it happen? I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
Tennessee still looks very tough without Henry. I'll give them that. Their defense is playing lights out. Tannehill was average at best last game. So, I mean, he's not killing it, like we said. I mean, I'm sorry, losing a 2,000-yard rusher is not going to make your team better. That just doesn't happen.
Not replacing it with Adrian Peterson, especially.
No, but I mean, I will say their defense is playing well, and I don't know what type of rushing attack they're going to have, but it's a strong team, and I'll tell you what, Vrabel is probably one of the few Belichick disciples that is consistently winning.
Yeah.
Granted, he has a good team, but he also kind of put that team together too. So
I wonder if it's more because he was an actual player in the system.
Could be.
All the coaches that came with Belichick suck, but since he played for it, maybe it's more ingrained.
Could be. Yeah, could be. I mean, and Tennessee knocked us out of the playoffs last year, so that's in the back of Bill's head. So he's not taking that game lightly, and he likes revenge as much as I think any other coach in the NFL. So I think it'll be a tough game, but I think it's winnable. I'm not guaranteeing a win, but I think it's a very winnable game at home.
Right. But what also sucks is Julio Jones is also on IR. So they lose Julio, they lose Derrick Henry. So it's set up nice for you guys, of course. It's always it's weird how the stars just always align.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Brady's rolling into town. It's not like we have a guy who's going to march down every game with 2 minutes left and win. So this is agreed. I mean, playing Cleveland without Chubb and Hunt was good. I mean, it just was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm glad. Playing Tennessee without Derrick Henry is good. I mean, it's
well. I mean, to be fair though, the Jets handled Tennessee with Derrick Henry, so it's not really that difficult. Just saying.
Yeah.
If you're a good team like the Jets, you can handle it. If you're a bad team like the Patriots, you might struggle a little bit with the Derrick Henry-less offense. I'm just just pointing out some simple facts.
I mean, I'm sure they'll be watching game tape on how the Jets won, and they're probably going to be like, what the hell are they doing? What are the Jets doing?
Nobody could figure it out. Yeah.
Right. Nobody can figure it out. But, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. And, I am going to be, hopefully keeping hopefully the Giants and Tampa game is on, because I want to see how Brady can finally do against the Giants when he's in a different uniform too. He had a tough time last year.
Yeah.
Right. So,
well, he better be on. It's Monday Night Football. So,
well, and they've lost 2 in a row in 2 very ugly games by Tampa all around, not just the offense, but all around play.
Yeah.
So,
they're done. Everybody knows it.
I mean, maybe that. Yeah, sure.
Seems like they just traded with Kansas City. One
they
of
got
them
a lot of
struggles
injuries
while the other
and they're
one's doing
struggling.
good.
So,
yeah, they do.
Cool. All right. Well, you guys want to talk about anything else, or I think we've kind of wrapped up all the
scores
actually,
here.
I'm gonna have to jump off here, but
you're gonna have to jump off anyway.
John can take over. All right, guys.
Jim, have a good one, brother.
You too. We'll see you Sunday.
All right, later, buddy.
All right.
So real quick, how about the Packers and Seahawks, man? Was the Packers defense that good? I heard Carroll was blaming the refs. I watched a lot of that game. I guess I don't know what he was talking about, but I don't know what calls he wanted. I don't know what calls he expected or anything like that. So
no, I mean Russell Wilson just looked bad.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I saw, he was running constantly, and his throws were not on the mark.
No.
So he kept saying his finger wasn't an issue, but the tape would suggest something is. So
yeah.
I don't know if maybe like we were talking about, maybe the cold made it hard to get mobility in the hand. I don't, throwing, kind of.
I mean, it was a very boring game. I mean, it was 3-0 into the fourth. It was,
that game you were thinking
late.
35-30, 30-27, something like that. But even the Packers offense couldn't do anything against the Seahawks defense at home. Like come on,
nothing.
that Seahawks defense is bad, really bad.
Well, Was Rogers plagued by COVID a little bit?
Maybe.
Did he not feel great? He never came out and said he didn't feel good.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, if you tested positive for COVID, chances are something's
You're not
not right.
100. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that game was just very, very strange. Very strange game overall, but the whole week was. That's what we're talking about. Like,
Right.
yeah, the Chiefs looked like last year's Chiefs against the Raiders, who have traditionally played them harder than any other team, and they looked like the easiest game they've had this year. And it wasn't even a
Right.
home game for them. Like, it doesn't make much sense at all. I mean, nothing was. Oh, he was asymptomatic. So,
Do you think they just said that though, Shane? I mean, honestly, because Rogers didn't look right either. I mean, something just didn't look right, and who knows? Maybe the Seahawks were just amped up because Wilson came back, and they did lose Aaron Jones, but they got a pretty damn good backup there. So, AJ Dillon.
yeah. Yeah, Dylan looked good. Yeah, we'll see what Jones has for next week.
I think he's gonna be out for 2 weeks, right? 1 to 2 weeks, they said.
I didn't see the report. I'm not sure. Let's see. And then, yeah, last night's game, I don't think you got to talk about it all. That was like the icing on the cake.
What?
For 31-10 49ers
Right.
upsetting the Rams. Like, that game, what I opened with was this week opened with chaos and completely backwards. And it ended the same exact way. Like, the 49ers should not have throttled the Rams that way. Their defense should not have been better than the Rams. Their offense shouldn't have been better than the Rams.
No.
But they're 31-10. I mean, it just, their running game was unstoppable and how that defensive line is supposed to be one of the best in the league. And they took everything they wanted in that game.
Yeah.
Hey, we need 2 yards, we'll take 3. Like, unstoppable. So, Tommy Klein, man, what's up? Look at that. Finally joining the show. Thanks for jumping on, bud. Let's go Lions. So funny story about Tommy. He was thanking me weeks 1 through 3 for Sam Darnold because now he's down in Carolina, so he's adopting the Panthers as his team. And then it turns out Sam Darnold sucks. So now he's back to let's go Lions. So I thought that was hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So yeah, but the Lions are who we thought they were, and they still suck. So what are you gonna do? I don't know what to say with the Lions. They're just, you can't beat the Steelers without Big Ben.
I mean, are they gonna win all year? You know what I mean? Are they gonna win ever?
They've won a half a game this year, so
it's just crazy.
They are a half game above 0. So good for them. Congratulations on a half win. It's always a big step. I think it's huge. So, but yeah, everything this week was just weird, just like last week. Not a lot of it made sense. Everything.
No.
I mean, for you to go almost 7 for 7 on a god damn it 17 parlay was pretty impressive with the way that this week went.
Yeah, I mean, let me pull it up. I go over real quick the terrible game that I lost. It's like out of all the games, and that was like one of my first picks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, oh, this is let's see, my bets lost, bastards.
Yeah, we definitely got to wrap it.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Give me.
Lions by 6, had Tennessee money line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Tampa, Buffalo, Indy, Dallas, Tennessee, Detroit, New England, and I lose the Tampa game.
Yeah.
I even went with New
incredible.
England. New England on the money line.
You should have took the points.
Again, I thought it was going to be tight, man.
Would have been a bigger payout.
I could have taken the points on everything.
You could have bought 20 points.
Yeah, I could have. You're right.
Yeah.
At this point, who should Detroit beat? No one. I hate to say it.
That's Not a good team. Let's see. Look at their schedule real quick. I do have to run, go grab my kids, but
Maybe the Bears.
They do play the Browns this week.
Oh, please. Please.
Browns, Bears, Vikings, Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, Packers. I mean, the next 2 weeks are probably their best chance, right?
Yeah.
Browns and Bears.
Right.
I would guess. I mean, I don't think Chubb's going to be back. Their running game's still going to be pretty thin. Their quarterback situation is questionable right now. So maybe this week you might get one, Tommy. You might get one this week against the Browns. I'm not picking them. Like I said, I'm not picking the Lions till they win a game. But the next 2 weeks, probably their best and only chance to break this.
Yeah, Pat's money line was basically the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Mayfield will look good this week. Chubb will be back. Yep, true.
Oh, well, it's good Chubb just missed one important game.
Hey, you know what?
I'm telling you,
life is tough sometimes, man.
How the football gods continue to smile upon the Patriots. You'd think it would have worn thin by now, but it has not.
I love it.
Anyway, all right. So we'll try and do some preview shows this week, get some preview shows up, and then we'll be back Sunday morning. We'll go through our normal routine, answer some questions, do our previews, our picks, our starts, no starts, or start sits recommendations, and have a little bit more fun. I mean, week 11 now is around the corner.
Later, peace.
It's making me sad. It's really making me sad.
Olivia, I said hi.
So,
Will do, Shane.
but yeah, Tommy, good luck this week against the Browns. Jump back on Sunday and talk to us Sunday morning. And for anybody else who's watching, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the like button as well. So the algorithm pushes it out more, because that's a big thing with the YouTube algorithm. Likes show more to people. So please help us out with that. And until we meet on Sunday morning, please get ready for our preview videos, and we'll chat with you guys real soon. Have a great week, guys.
Peace.
Later.